Okay.
Yeah, so the story of the Ronnie Scott note began in 1986 or 1987 when I was on a flight from New York to London for a tour with Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. And I was sitting next to a lovely lady who eventually we spoke, and she told me she was Mrs. Scott. So after a while, it's a long flight, 8 hours, 7, 8 hours. We got to know each other a little bit, and she wrote me a nice little note to give to Ronnie when I eventually came to the Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club. Unfortunately, each year I came to England for a tour, I never had the time or the occasion to play at Ronnie Scott's. So the years went on and on, but for some reason I kept a little note in my passport in the attempt and eventuality that I would finally get to visit and pass this note on to Mr. Scott. But the years went on and on and on and on, and it's now 2012, and the first occasion I've had to visit Ronnie Scott's since that note in 1987, I believe it was. So I'd just like to show the note because I've kept it in my passport for some reason. It seemed meaningful to me at the time, a young kid traveling abroad for the first or second time. I think it was my second tour of Europe. And I knew of the famous Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club, of course. So anyway, I kept the note, and this is a note from 1987 written to Ronnie Scott from Mary Scott. Okay, I'll read it to you as well. It says, "Hi Ronnie, this is not my words, you read it right here, okay? Anyway, hi Ronnie, Larry Crockett is a marvelous young drummer. I know you will enjoy him as a person and his musicality. Please give him the Scott welcome. Love, Mary." So it's very nice. She was very nice to give me this. And unfortunately, Ronnie Scott is no longer with us, and I never got to pass the note on to him. But I still feel honored that Mary was kind enough to give me the note. And I'm still going to keep it in my passport, I think, for a little while longer. Why not, It's been, 20 years or more, so that's the story of the Ronnie Scott note. All right, 2012 at Ronnie Scott's with Martha Reeves, 5 nights, sold out. It's a pleasure to be here and get the Scott welcome. Thank you. That's it.